Hey guys, it's Booth from the Disciples here with Leon with our updated EDISON deck profile. Got all the way to the finals last time, so stay tuned to see where you got to this time. What did you play?
Played something a bit different this time, so it was a bit more of a risky one because I hadn't actually played any matches with it. I just thought of it up maybe 2 weeks ago. Didn't get a chance to play with it, but thought I'd try it out anyway. And I thought it'd be funny to bring back Flamvells, but yeah, like an updated version of it this time with like an engine that I thought was better than what I was using last time.
Yeah, nice man. Let's get into it.
So, like I said, played Flamvell, but because I was playing it with a better engine, it wasn't fully focused on the Flamvell, so I was only playing 2 Fire Dog and then 3 Magician, because this was like a better card with the engine that I was playing it with. But yeah, we know what the Flamvells do. Fire Dog, you beat over Summon Magician. And then also I feel like Fire Dog, you only really want to go for it when you don't have any back row. Or like if you don't really care about the Fire Dog that much, you definitely trade with a back row. So it seemed less important having it at 3. And when you're doing your rekindling plays, the non-tuners in the deck are a lot better. So the Magicians are fine on their own. If it's just only a graveyard full of Magicians, it's still impactful with rekindling.
And now everyone knows what it does, right? So it's just, it's easy to play around.
But yeah, instead of spies this time, I played it with zombies. So
trigger warning for the rarities.
of course, every time.
Yeah.
So 3 turtle and 3 goblin zombie. They kind of like do the same thing as spy, just have turtle goes into zombie, but then now when you synchro with it, gets you into the rest of your engine. And if you only draw the zombie engine, it can kind of function on its own as well. Just bringing, because of all the recursion that zombies have, being able to bring things back with Book of Life and then synchro with Plague, etc.
All your best cards are limited or at 2 like zombie anyway, right?
Yeah.
So, Book of Life's insane.
And then you got the limited zombies. So yeah, it's just a mini engine of both parts, just work well together. You still have access to the six plays, even though you're not playing Deep Sea Diva with Plague Spreader. So you can still make double 6s if you want to burn the Plague Spreader. But then you've also got access to all the 8s because of the Flamvell Magician as well. So I just felt like I had a higher ceiling than a regular zombie deck, but maybe a bit less consistent. So
yeah, it makes sense to rekindling's a breaking card.
And then just utility cards, you got your Caiuses, you got Trag and Gauze, and then Dark Arm Dragon. So yeah, you got, like, in terms of like the monster lineup, it just seems like you have everything that you pretty much would want.
Track seemed really good in our match.
Yeah.
A lot of levels, right?
I feel like Trag is amazing because even if it's low, it works well with Magician, just turn it into a 4. And then if they have 4s in the field, you have like a lot of 4s you can pitch to steal something. So yeah, definitely play Trag. And then if you get it early enough, then you can just try and keep it big. Because it's just like playing less traps than my last build, so I thought it needed some levels of defense. And then spells, got 3 rekindling. I found myself siding 1 out for certain matchups, side at 1 rekindling, 1 fire dog, because the Flamvell bar isn't like the most important bit in this, because the zombie part engine is like stronger as well, so you don't have to like fully rely on it. But yeah, it needs more testing, because I felt like I was misplaying a lot with it anyway. 2 Book of Life, felt like that was enough. The thing I liked about it is that if you just had Magicians, you don't have to rely on having like a monster stay on the board, because you can just bring something back, usually Goblin Zombie, make it 8, and then get the search of Goblin Zombie to try and have like follow up for the turn after. And then obviously rekindling is just a blowout play if the grave is set up.
The DD Crow effect on Book of Life as well.
Yeah,
nice.
Exactly. Just having that double utility with it is really nice as well. And then 2 Book of Moon. Still like Book of Moon, just because it's one of the best chainable cards in terms of interrupting plays, and then works well with Fire Dog. And also because of the traps that I was playing, and because of Brio and the access of Absolute Zero, I thought I was expecting to see a lot of Absolute Zero, so booking the Absolute Zero and then be able to bounce it is the only way you can clear it without it blowing up your board, so I thought that was relevant. And then
4 books, what's the scholar?
Then back row removal, MST heavy, and then some more 1-offs, Law, Foolish, Burial, Mind Control, and Brain Control.
Oh, look at that brain. Where'd you get that brain control?
If they watched the Winter Cup, then they'll know why I got that brain control. But yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
And then traps, you got 2 Wing Blasts. This was only the Scar trap I decided to play in the main. I was playing it at 3 before, but I cut it to fit the Book of Moons in, because I thought those would be pretty important as well. Yeah, it was good. It was good. No complaints there. One TT, one Mirror Force. This rounds up the defensive traps along with Solemn Judgment. So with these, and then they have Gauze and Trag for defense, and then utility with the Dust Shoot, and then the Blowout Return. So yeah, deck plays quite a lot of bombs with Rekindling, Return, Burial, the Zombie Stuff, Book of Life. So I felt like the ceiling's good, but you just have to draw things in the right. Sometimes it could be a bit weird if you don't start off with Pyramid Turtle or Goblin Zombie.
Would you consider like playing Sangan or something in the future?
I cut Sangan. I actually was playing Sangan, but I cut it to fit in, because I was playing one Fire Dog before, but I cut it to fit in a second Fire Dog. Because even though Sangan's good at searching the Goblin Zombie or Pyramid Turtle, etc., I just felt like it was a bit too slow.
Yeah.
Compared to when you start with it, and when they know you have the Turtle and the Zombie, it's a bit less impactful than when they first hit into it turn one.
Yeah.
So I thought it was alright cutting it, and then in the regular Zombie deck, your Sangan would be searching Diva, whereas you don't really want to. I don't feel like searching Flamvell Magicians has quite the same impact. So
yeah, definitely not. Yeah, that's understandable.
So yeah, but yeah, it was in the list. I just ended up cutting it last minute. Tokens. And then extra deck, got Chimera Tech, got Cyber Dragon on the sides, Mistworm. How do you make Mistworm again? With Plague, usually Plague, 2 and a 4. It doesn't really come with that much, but it's good to have anyway. And then double Stardust, because 8s is one of the main things you go into. And because we got the zombies as the main non-tuners and Goblin Zombie specifically, or Zombie Master, I decided to play 2 Dark End Dragons, because I thought if I could make a second one, I felt like a second one will come up more than any other level 8. But then I got the rest of the level 8s. Colossal, Fort Ruler, and Red Dragon Outstream, just utility in terms of whatever the situation is.
Yeah, if you've got the space, you've got the space, right? It makes sense.
Yeah. And then the second, then you got this 1/7 Black Rose. You can't really make it if you BrainCon or Mindcon a level 3 tuner, or if you use Magician with Spirit Reaper, which seems like it's the most likely scenario since Spirit Reaper can't be destroyed by battle. So quite a few times I was just setting the Reaper on its own turn 1 and no back row, and then to see if they'll commit when they can't clear it, and then normal summon Magician try and block rolls them. So yeah, that was alright as well. Yeah, you got to play Black Rose anyway. And then 6s, you got Brio, you got Goyo, and then you got the 2 zombie ones that you can make with Plague. Yeah, pretty standard, I just feel. And then this 1/5 for Catastro. Same scenario as Black Rose, just have Spirit Reaper, and then if you normal summon a Plague Spreader to make that. Or if you Mindcon, BrainCon something. But yeah. And then side deck, pretty straightforward as well. Double Cyber Dragon. Double Crow. Double Nobleman. I felt like there was quite a decent. There was some zombies in the room, and I thought that there was a couple of decks that first turn players just set something, so it seemed decent to put in going second. I feel like it's one of them ones that only works once, because he sees to play around, especially against zombies that just normal summon it instead of setting it. But I didn't enjoy it today, so.
I think it makes sense.
Yeah. Then I got True Nade. I felt like this was a good blowout one for like the heavy back row decks as well. Just do that because you can push. You could like save your bombs, just True Nade and then just push. 2 Dust Tornado for extra back row removal, and then double Karma Cart. I felt like this was a decent one in terms of another discard trap, and then also potentially hitting multiple things out of the grave, like maybe True Boards or something.
I like Karma Cart. I was testing it also.
And then double Bottomless, just for more defense.
You can only hit face-up cards, you know.
Huh?
You can only hit face-up cards, right?
Yeah. It's only monsters, face-up monsters.
Yeah.
Double Bottomless. Mainly waited when I was going first against like something like Glad's, the heavy back row decks, so like Blackwings, Hero Beat, them sort of things, just more defense because it's going to be more of a grind game. And then 2 pulling the rug. Thinking about it, I probably should have played 3. I feel Monarchs is pretty tough once they get going. But yeah, I think it was alright.
So that's the deck. Any other comments or shout outs you'd like to give?
Shout out to the boys, shout out to the team, shout out to sponsors, MetaMats, Card Market, and of course the Brotherhood. shout out to Barney. Edison Cup keeps getting better and better every time it happens.
Yeah,
so
man.
looking forward to the next one, and then hopefully be a bit more prepared for the next one, and actually win it. Come second. This one wasn't that great, but yeah, next one we'll do better.
Next one, we'll see you all again. Thanks for
Thanks for watching, guys.
peace late.